class we are going to discuss about tangential acceleration and normal acceleration. See, before going to discuss about these two, let us have a look about what is angular acceleration. Angular acceleration. See, angular acceleration of a particle can be defined as a change in the angular velocity of a particle per unit time. Is called as angular acceleration. So if you consider a diagram here, a particle is moving along a circle and this is the radius of the circle, and at this point the particle is having an angular velocity. Angular velocity is indicated with the letter omega. So here the particle is having a angular velocity omega 1, and after some time t, the particle is at some other instant and it is having an angular velocity of omega 2. So the angular acceleration of a particle is given as angular acceleration alpha equal to omega 2 minus omega 1 upon t. So this is the angular acceleration of a particle made by a particle which is moving along a circle, and here the unit of angular acceleration is radian per second square, and the dimensional formula of the angular acceleration is t power minus 2. And already we have discussed about this angular acceleration. This is a vector quantity and this is an axial vector. And now let us have a look on this tangential and normal accelerations. First, have a look on tangential acceleration. Tangential acceleration, AT. So you consider a particle is moving along a circle. While moving along a circle, this is the radius of the circle r, and here the direction of velocity at this point is this one, and the tangential acceleration can be considered at, see, for example, at another point, some other point, this is the direction of velocity, angular velocity of the particle. So the change in the angular velocity of the particle with respect to the tangent to the circle or tangent to that point is called as tangential acceleration. So we can say like this: the rate of change of tangential velocity of a particle, the rate of change of tangential velocity of a particle can be given as tangential acceleration. So tangential acceleration AT equal to, here the velocity of the particle is changing, so dv by dt, and from the relation between linear and angular velocity we know that v equal to r omega. So this v can be represented with r omega, or this can be written as d omega by dt into r, or d omega by dt in the sense a change of angular velocity per unit time is called angular acceleration. So that is r alpha. So tangential acceleration AT equal to r alpha or alpha r. And now let us consider a normal acceleration. So normal acceleration is indicated with letter an, and here only we can consider the normal acceleration, the acceleration which lies towards the normal, or we can call this normal acceleration as radial acceleration or centripetal acceleration. So the centripetal acceleration lies towards the center, So this will be the direction of centripetal acceleration. Let us consider again. This is tangential acceleration and this will be our normal acceleration, or we can call this as radial acceleration or centripetal acceleration. So the rate of change of angular velocity which is perpendicular to the curve. See, if you consider here, this is a curve and this acceleration is perpendicular to the curve. If you consider at this point, this is the radial acceleration or normal acceleration and this will be the curve. If you consider at this point, this will be the curve and this will be the normal acceleration. So the rate of change of angular velocity which is perpendicular to the curve is called as normal acceleration. We call this normal as radial acceleration and centripetal acceleration. And here normal acceleration an equal to square upon r. This we have derived in a previous class. So v square upon r equal to, v can be written as v equal to r omega. So r square omega square upon r. So here we will get r omega square, or this can be again written as r omega into omega square. So r omega can be written as v no, so that is equal to v omega. That means here an can be used as v square upon r or r omega square or v omega. So basing upon the situation, we can use this formula to derive this or to find out the normal acceleration of the particle. And now, so this is the direction of normal acceleration. This is the direction of tangential acceleration. So total acceleration or acceleration A equal to root over at square plus an square. So this will be our acceleration at square plus an square. That means tangential acceleration plus acceleration gives the acceleration of the particle. And now let us consider one situation here, if a particle, tangential acceleration of a particle is 0 and normal acceleration of a particle is 0, then the particle is in uniform linear motion. That means if a particle is going in a straight line or making a linear motion and the motion is uniform, then tangential acceleration will be 0, there will be no tangential acceleration and there will be no normal acceleration. Now, if tangential acceleration is not equal to 0 and normal acceleration is equal to 0, then the particle is in non-uniform linear motion. If tangential acceleration is not equal to 0 and normal is 0 means then the particle is in non-uniform linear motion. And if tangential acceleration is equal to 0 and normal acceleration is not equal to 0, then the particle is in uniform circular motion. And one more situation, if tangential acceleration is not equal to 0 and normal acceleration is not equal to 0, then the particle is in non-uniform circular motion. So these are the 4 different situations. If both the accelerations are 0, then the particle is in uniform linear motion. If both the accelerations are not equal to 0, then the body is in non-uniform circular motion. It is making a circular motion, but non-uniformly it is moving. That means it is having a tangential acceleration as well normal acceleration. And if it is not having a tangential and if it is having only normal, then that is uniform circular motion.